Lina Khan along with President Joe Biden and other members of the administration in the enactment of an executive order that encourages competition. I am interested in imbalances in market power and how they manifest themselves. That is something that can affect not only the technology sector but many industries. I have been impressed by the attempts of the e-commerce giant Amazon to thwart the appointment of the new president of the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, Lina Khan. They claim that he would not be able to make an impartial judgment on the company because his career has been based on the development of a new antitrust theory, which views platform companies like Amazon in a different light than the last 40 years of monopoly legislation. The company alleges that she has built her professional and academic career, in large part, through denouncing Amazon as guilty of violating antitrust laws. Let's ignore the notion that the president of the FTC is not allowed to have opinions on antitrust, even if they are opposed to Amazon's opinions. Let's also put aside the notion that Khan's belief stems from her take on Amazon, although in fact she has actually explored antitrust in a variety of industries, from pharmaceuticals to food to airlines. The reality is that Khan's position, like others in the Neo-Brandeis school of antitrust, is crucial to understanding the rise of big tech platforms and the so-called superstar effect within the tangible economy. Khan believes that the Chicago school is wrong in its interpretation Let It Go, which uses consumer prices as the only valid parameter to measure damages in monopoly litigation. For more than 4 decades, anti-monopoly scholars, taking the book as a Bible, The Antitrust Paradox, written by Robert Bork in 1978, have tied their definitions of monopoly power to short-term effects on prices. So if some company in any industry makes prices lower for consumers, then the market must be working efficiently. Khan has made a very powerful counter-argument. It doesn't matter that companies like Amazon are succeeding in lowering dollar prices if they are using predatory listing strategies to dominate multiple industries and stifle competition and the number of products a consumer can choose from. I was impressed with the way that Wall Street evaluated Amazon and how different that evaluation was from what mainstream economic theory would say about the company, Khan said. Speaking to hedge funds and banks during his research on Amazon, Khan found that they valued the company and its growth capacity under parameters that implied monopoly power, something that classical economic models did not have. Amazon's position actually strengthens that idea. Like the industry titans that ultimately had to surrender to Louis Brandeis, who was responsible for dismantling Standard Oil, Amazon thinks it is above the law, or at least that it can influence the White House. It is crucial that it does not succeed. One of the key factors on which the Democrats will be judged in the midterm elections is whether they manage to stand up to corporate interests in favor of those of the common people. I imagine Amazon will take Facebook's place as the #1 antitrust target, as it is an easier case to make. The e-commerce giant creates the markets and participates in them at the same time. Like the railways, or investment banks and commercial banks, it can be easily broken down into various components that do different things. One part could manage the e-commerce platform, another part manage the logistics and cloud services part, etc. Certainly, it is very easy for the average person to understand that the company that manages the platform on which most of the global retail trade operates should not be able to use that platform opaquely to favor its own products.